is Carrie Grain. Welcome to my channel where I talk about cross stitch and sometimes knitting and crafty things in general. Today is Sunday, November 16th. Oh my god, it's already the 16th. Oh, the year's almost over. That's insane. I am here for a update vlog combo because I've been working on things. But also I have plans. So I'm just going to talk about cross stitch for right now because my knitting stuff is crazy. I don't even want to think about it. So I'm going to show you something I finished during my trip in Japan. This is a kind of a pattern hack of Happy Frogs by Cross Stitch for You. I believe this is a 36 count Weeks Dye Works gunmetal, and this is going to be a gift for a friend. I've been making a bunch of these frogs. If you are new, it's a witchy frog with a cat toy and a cat, so cute. So the witch hat is normal. Usually the frog is slightly different under the witch hat, and the cat and the cat toy are different, although the cat toy looks like a whip, but that's okay. Not like a working on. Anyway, so that was a finish while I was in Japan. I also started something while I was in Japan. I am using Weeks Dye Works Paris Green, and I'm actually loving this color. Josh picked it up a while ago, but this is Floral Hiragana by Stitchynova on Etsy, and this is the Hiragana alphabet. So one of the Japanese alphabets. They've got Hiragana and Katanka alphabets, and then it's kanji, which is the the symbols inspired by Chinese stuff that is just, you know, you have to memorize them. I don't know what fabric this is, but I'm doing this 2/2, and I'm loving how this color is coming out. It looks like dappled leaves in the sun, you know, like when you're looking up through a tree or something like that in the summer. Stunning. So this is just something I've been enjoying working on, and I am 24% complete. Exciting. Yeah, so I've been doing this past couple days, I'm finally starting to wake up after jet lag. I've been trying to do a couple lines. I only did one when I was out there, and I was very sick, and I messed it up a little bit, but I'm not gonna show you where. And when I got home, I was like, you know what I need? I need some full coverage cross stitch because it's been too long. So this is Kakomu. This is what it will look like, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Margret Morales. This is what it looked like the last time you saw it. But, you know, it was one of those things where sitting in the hotel room trying to chill after, I would watch some Flosstube, and I missed my full coverage. So I've gotten 1,664 stitches, and I'm going from 9.11% to 9.79%. And I am so excited. So previously I was doing a diagonal, and the diagonal is now long and not as satisfying. So now I am just filling in this page, color completing this page, and if it makes sense to bring a color out further, I will. So like this was like a little extra more than I usually would have, but I just needed to get rid of that color. I would rather stitch outside of the page than put the color back in my floss. So I stitched here and brought it up there if I had some left. But I'm really enjoying this. Watching this page come together is so cool. And technically, this page isn't totally done, but it's mostly the cry neck, and I kind of wait till I have a bunch of that so I can just do cry neck for a while. And I've given up on this sawtooth edge and going with a more natural, just because I had a smaller feathered edge, just kind of like 3 stitches of up and down, and you can't totally see it, but you can feel the line of where the page break was, and I don't like that, so I'm just gonna make it more natural and see how well that works. So I'm loving it. I'm so close to 10%, which and so I think it was yesterday that I finished my goal on it. It was in October Whipco call to get 500 stitches, and I usually add the Whipco call to my monthly goal of 1,000 stitches. So I just got over 1,500 stitches. I'm calling October a wash. I'm pretending it didn't exist. So like I was going to be like, I'm gonna get those stitches back and do 2,500 stitches. But life is still hectic, so I'm not gonna do that to myself. I'm gonna pretend October didn't exist, do the Whipco call as if it was this month, and call it a day. So yesterday, Saturday, again, finally starting to wake up, I worked on Blossom, which will look like this when it's finished. I'm doing it on 38 count something serene, I think, 1/1, and I got 879 stitches in her. Very nice, very nice. So as far as cross stitches, not counting beads or back stitch, obviously, I am 16.81%. Oh, I didn't, this is where I was last time, if I didn't already show it to you. So yeah, I'm 16.8% done with all the stitching, and I've been really enjoying her. Let me know if you think this stitch right here is weird. I mean, I think it'll be less weird once, are you gonna focus? Can you focus? I think it'll be less weird once like the back stitch that makes it her necklace is in, but that stitch is 2/2 because it just, I don't know why I was like, this is too thin here and I need to do 2 whatever. But yeah, I'm doing a little bit of skin and then a little bit of color, just because at this point there's so much skin left, and I'm counting the skin, so I'm doing the skin over 1 tent stitch. I don't know if it's 10 stitch. I'm doing basket weave. If you haven't heard of it and you like half cross, look it up. If you've got any large areas, basket weave is great because you can really, I've done projects right next to each other where one it has basket weave fill in and the other doesn't, and like even if you do the 10th stitch, you can really tell that it pulls and slants this and distorts the fabric, when the basket weave is really good at just keeping it like the way it's supposed to be. I don't know. But I am so excited about her. So she's got a goal of 1,000 stitches per month, so I've got, I don't know, less than 200 left. I'm excited about that. But later I'm going to do some knitting with some friends. So I think I don't know what I'm gonna do. But for the rest of, I don't know. I'll probably do this video till I'll do another week. For the rest of the week, I really want to finish the 1,000 stitches on this. I'm about halfway done with the rows of text here. I want to do another 4 or 5. Well, I guess I want to just about finish the letters on this. There will be a design on the side and around, but I want to see if I can finish the letters on this, and I want to pull out amongst the tulips and try and get my 1,000 stitches on that. And if I finish all of those things, then those are my big, between Kakomu, Blossom, and amongst the tulips, those are my big monthly goals. So after that, I can try and focus on some other things for WhipGo. I need to stitch a gift, which my witch frog counts, but I need to do 2 more of these before Christmas. So I'll only count it if I feel like it, and I don't know, I've been thinking about my other full coverages? No, just full coverage. My mermaid full coverage. And I've been thinking about one that I've been wanting to start, and that's all kitted up and that's ready to go, and that I don't want to waste the threads. And I feel like if I wait too much longer, I just won't start it ever. So maybe if I finish my goals by the end of the month, I will start them. We'll see. I will come back and we'll find out what I did. Hey y'all, good morning. It is Wednesday morning. I'm just chilling, having some tea, and I thought I'd check in. So for Floral, Hiragana, I've gotten 2 and a little bit of rows of letters, so that's really cool. 2 of these remaining rows, including this one. There's this one, a partial row, a full row, another partial row. So we're getting to the end, but I am worried about the amount of floss. So there's plenty of floss to finish the letters. I was gonna do the whole sampler in this, and it has like a floral design on the side. So I'm gonna have to figure out something else to replace this. Whatever. So that's going well. And I finished my 1,000 stitches on Blossom. Here she is. I got a lot of her skin in, but I'm not quite done. I figured I would do some skin and then some other things, and some skin and some other things. I was counting, so the skin is 1/1 half cross. And I was counting it as if it was a regular 1/2 full cross. So when I was when I was thinking that, I was like, oh no, I just want to get stitches in faster, I would do purple or yellow. And then I was like, no, I've got time, I can do skin. I would do the skin. So I've had the rest of her chest here, which I outlined it where I need to stitch, and she's got a hand right here. So there's actually still a decent amount to go, but it's nice to get so much done on her head here. And this purple, all those empty spaces are beads, so I'm already done with that first strip. It's awesome. And I was thinking, like, this is so reminding me of like the Japanese kimonos. I don't know if that was the goal, but just all of the different floral patterns and the bright and the colorful, and the things in her hair. It's like, oh, cool. So this is done for the month, but she's looking great. And I got 500 stitches on amongst the tulips. So this is what it will look like when it's finished. And then this is what it looked like when you last saw it. And here it is. So it's probably kind of hard to tell what I did because I am color completing by column of pages. And so I am picking a color based on, like, up here, I'm just trying to fill in the leaves and stuff first. So it brought me kind of down and around, some in the cat and stuff. And this line is where the column technically ends, but I am, you know, you want to make the transition not weird, because up here it's just a straight flat line, and like this is feathered, but not enough for my preferences. You can tell my plans change when I start barking my purples here. Oh, it's so pretty. But yeah, getting progress done. This one's tough because I want to add a white patch right here. And it's a full coverage, so that's really hard. It probably won't look great, but this cat has the face of my girl cat, and she's got a little white patch, and the other cat has the face of my boy cat, and he doesn't have a white patch. So those are two edits that are coming down the line. Other than that, I have been doing some knitting. So I actually finished one hat and I started another. This is the snap hat. I don't have the finished hat. So this is the right side out when you knit it, but when you wear it, you do it like this, so you can see like the gradient of colors a little bit better, like the dashes look a little cooler. So this is by Tin Can Knits. And a friend of mine, Becky, has crazy knitting stash. She's been knitting like a maniac for many, many, many years. And so she invited a few of us over to start these hats because you knit them, you hold, I just grabbed what I grabbed, 4 strands of fingering weight together to get that cool look and fabulous stash buster for those little bits of fingering weight. So with what I gathered from her house, I managed most of this, and I'm I'm putting some of my scraps in now. And that other hat, so, but like this is the only one left of hers, so I think she's excited to be able to get some stuff out of her stash. Then I was thinking about gifts, and I mentioned I had some stitchy gifts to make, but I also have some knitting gifts to make. So this is the Recoleta sweater by somebody, I don't really know. And I did get some progress on this last night, and I will probably keep working on it. It's just so much big brain energy, because this is the collar of the sweater, and it's lace. And then this is the back of the sweater. And I changed it. So originally, so this is making a strip of lace that's identical to the collar. Originally, the pattern is supposed to have the whole back in lace. So as you do increases for the sleeves and for the back along here, you keep adding lace, and I was not going to do that. But it's still so much lace. Oh, it's so much lace. But you know, that's okay. It just means that I need to work on it. And if I get it done little by little, that is perfectly fine. I need to get progress, because this is not something I can just like finish quickly. So I'm about 22 rows away from splitting for sleeves. They're gonna be a long 22 rows, and once I split for sleeves, all the lace is still there. It's just less of a break of stockinette in the middle. But that's okay. So yeah, I might do a couple letters on my sampler, do a couple rows of knitting, and then I gotta shower and get to work. So thanks for hanging out. I'll be back. Good morning and happy Friday, everybody. I'm back to show you some stuff. So I've already completed my goal for a floral Hiragana, however you say it, not totally sure. And I finished all of the whole alphabet. I don't know if I mentioned it was an alphabet. The whole alphabet. There are a couple bits and bobs to put in these spaces, but I think I'm going to do that with beads, because, as I mentioned, I'm running low. So we'll see what I end up doing with that. But I think this weekend I'm going to try and pull some DMC that match this. So we'll see how that goes. I have not been working on Amongst the Tulips, which you can see is right over here. Don't mind the mess. But I have been doing a good amount of knitting. So I didn't show you this before, but this is the Moonveil cardigan. Here's the information. I don't remember it. And I am rolling. This is some yarn I got in Japan. And I am, let me look at my counter here, about 7 rows away from splitting for sleeves. I think I haven't read too far in advance, but it's rolling. I really like the construction of this. It's not quite raglan. So here are shoulder increases here, and then you get to a certain point and you stop doing shoulder increases and you start doing sleeve increases. So it's just interesting. It's like a deconstructed raglan. I'm sure there's a fancy word for it, but that's the word I have. And holding the yarn, because it is a complete mess from me taking it back and forth, is my second finished snap hat. So there she is. Again, I did not have the instructions when I was decreasing, so it's harder to tell when it's the purl side out, but there's definitely like a little like in the crown, but that's okay. Yeah, about here is when it was just about all my stash except for that purple. And then I just love to squish that. And then I had that tiny bit of purple left, and I was like, oh, you know what I've always kind of wanted to do, but never just started, was one of those mitered square blankets. So I started the mitered square blanket, sometimes called the memory blanket. Should I have held these things double so I could use DK weight things as well? Probably, but I didn't. So this is going to be all fingering weight. So this is the leftovers of Becky's purple. This gray and purple here is from some Felici sock yarn, the Time Traveler color that is not around. And this, I don't know what this yarn is, but it was the first hand-dyed yarn I bought, and it was the first sock that I made for myself. So, so yeah. Excuse me. Very exciting, very exciting. This is gonna take forever. Each square takes like an hour and a half. It feels like anyway. At least an hour. But it's good fun. Good fun. And then I've also been working on my mom's cardigan for Christmas. I'm actually almost done with this ball of yarn. Again, so hard to show you. Here's the collar. And then the back. Yeah, that's the back. And so I just finished on 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 4 rows from splitting for sleeves. Unfortunately, splitting for sleeves does not heal my pain of having to do so much lace. But again, just doing 6 or 8 rows at a time, it's much easier than trying to sit there and do it for like a couple hours. It's tough. But I think that's all I've been working on, really. And I did buy a pattern, and I think I'm gonna start it this weekend. I think I'm gonna do 2 starts this weekend. I'm gonna do, you'll see. You'll see. I almost started it this morning, but I decided against it. I actually have a job interview today, so wish me luck. Which is why I'm all done up. But I'll probably see you Sunday. See you Sunday. is Sunday night. I was just hanging out knitting, watching Hip Knit Hooray on YouTube. If you're familiar with her, I love her channel, go check her out. And I was like, oh, I gotta remember to finish my video. So here I am, here we are, the end of the week, and it was a pretty productive week. Yeah, I got all my stitchy goals done, which fabulous. So I finished up, I did like 500-600 stitches on Amongst the Tulips, and here she is. Very nice, very nice. Finished the 1000 for the month. Gorgeous. And I think that had been my last like official stitchy goal. And yesterday I started, what is it called? A Geisha's Blissful Onsen Retreat by Tokyo Cross Stitch. This is what it will look like. And I started this on 40 count Lagoon Newcastle linen. This is like a very small start. Well, I mean, it's like 300, 400 stitches, but 40 count 1/1. Because I wanted to do it over 1. Didn't have a 38 count, so I got a 40 count. It's all good. It'll be tiny. It'll be 5 inches by 5 inches. I'm so excited. It'll be so cute. But right now, I only have one color, at least pulled. I think I have other colors for it, but they're not like wrapped up and they're in projects and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna work on this one color until I can't. And then I've been doing my knitting. So this is a project I started this week, my miter square blanket, and I've done a total of 4 squares. That's the back, here's the front. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Not sure how I feel about the striped sock yarn and the way it comes up, but you know, this is like a scrap yarn, it's a scrappy project, so like, whatever. And then I got a lot of work done on my Moonveil cardigan. So this isn't supposed to be a priority. This is supposed to be like the number 2, but I've been going places and I've been knitting, and this is the easiest thing to bring with me. So here she is. Very nice, very nice. So I split for sleeves about 3 inches ago. I was working on it a lot tonight. We did an early Thanksgiving with the in-laws. I'm gonna put some ties here, some like I-cord ties. I don't know if you can tell, but that is I-cord edging right there. So one of the great things about this is the finishing will be done as soon as I'm done with the cardigan. So I was working on the body, and then I picked up this sleeve tonight too. Yeah, it's so great for game nights, just especially like in the round. It was like, oh, I don't even have to think, which I didn't really have to think for the body either, but and I'm just loving how cozy this is. I got to try it on too. I don't have a picture because again I was sitting at game night and I was just like, let me put my cardigan on. But she's gonna be good. I'm very concerned about yarn chicken. Very concerned, but you know, this is what we're doing. So I'm gonna weigh how much yarn it takes to do like an inch of the sleeve or something and do some calculations, because but that's going really well. It's living in one of my finished hats from this week. Ooh, let me stuff you back in here. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just put you back. There we go. And the knitting project has been my Recoleta sweater. This cardigan. So she's also split for the sleeves. I've done maybe an inch and a half of the body. This is so hard to show because of this collar, but it will look really cool. Oh my god, yeah, I don't know how to show this to you. Here's the back, maybe. Yeah, the back is easier to see. Like, there are the arms. I'm remembering, because I used this yarn to knit a cardigan for myself, and I'm remembering how much it grew. I'm making this for my mom, and I cast on the large because she was kind of in between sizes, but now that I'm remembering how much this yarn grows, like, maybe I considered that with this project, and maybe I didn't, but I'm hoping it doesn't grow too much, but we'll see. But yeah, it's been good. I had to pick it up every once in a while and get some stitches, and it is very pretty. I will just need a break from lace knitting for a while. The 3 sections of lace is a bit much for me. But we're getting through the body. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's all good. It's all good. And honestly, I am fighting the cast-on-itis so hard, which I'm not fighting it very well realistically, because I started 2 hats. I started a blanket that is a million-year project. I started a 30,000 stitch cross-stitch project. Not fighting it very well, but you know, that's okay. I think I'm stressed. I think that's why I've gotten so many craft things done. I think that's what it is. But thank you for hanging out, guys. It's been a good week. It was a lot of good stuff this week. And I will talk to you later. Bye, everybody.